Hello. Trans rights are human rights, and yet stuff keeps happening. So what's up? This one's gonna be a little wacky and wild, y'all. I packed some good stuff at the end, but here we go. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas somehow forgot to report that he's been receiving extravagant vacation gifts from a billionaire. A billionaire who happens to be a prominent political donor for the Republican Party. Weird. These trips included private jet rides and massive yacht rides and vacation island stays and all sorts of stuff that, you know, maybe a Supreme Court justice should make us aware of. He's just a member of an unelected lifetime appointed high council that gets to determine the shape of our lives. Why should he have an ethical code? For reference, a district judge has to report any gifts above $25. And for a justice, that goes all the way up to $450. I guess I didn't know that yachts were so cheap these days. Imagine hating the idea of someone being happy so much that you change political party just to better hurt them. North Carolina State Representative Tricia Cotham has switched parties from Democrat to Republican after being elected, handing Republicans a veto-proof supermajority in the state. Shocker, immediately after she did this, they filed a ton of bills to restrict trans rights. This woman straight up said, "Ayo, fuck them kids." She unironically, in her announcement, referred to herself as now a Republican, but not a politician. She is an elected state representative. Anyway, this action was taken because the party of white supremacy and transgenocide is terrified. Instead of accepting that an entire lifetime of their broken ideology setting up this entire world to fail, they'd rather just find a scapegoat in marginalized trans kids. They're the ones who are really ruining the country. Joining North Carolina today are Arkansas, who is going to pass a bill that requires parental consent to use the preferred name of a child, as well as Idaho, who passed the cookie-cutter anti-trans youth healthcare bill that every other red state's passing these days. But hey, the Supreme Court at least didn't actively choose to remove a trans teen from her sports team, and instead said, think about it a bit more. And speaking of trans sports, the Biden administration has proposed new Title IX alterations to basically say, hey, you can't outright ban trans people from sports, but you can choose when you want to discriminate. Be more thoughtful in your discrimination. Take like a real hard look at those genitals. This is because the Biden administration will only ever go as far as is convenient to achieve power, instead of actually giving a shit about your rights. I've got another politics big one. I gotta talk about something else before that. Oh, damn it. Elon Musk wants to see you naked. Turns out that all those cameras on Tesla cars have been sending video back to Tesla HQ, where Tesla employees have been sharing them around to each other internally. These videos being passed around Tesla HQ without your permission include videos of naked people and a child being hit by a Tesla. A nice good laugh. Apparently for a while, Teslas would even be able to record and send back footage while they were parked and off, even inside your garage. So you know how we're spooked by like Alexa and Siri and whatnot always listening? Well, Teslas are always watching, even if it's not yours. If you're walking by one, say hi to Elon. All right, come on. There's got to be a wholesome story in here somewhere. Oh, Republicans have expelled 2 of the 3 Democrats they were trying to expel from the Tennessee State House. After these 3 Democrats stood in solidarity with protesting students, they got kicked out of the State House. Even more notably, the 2 of the 3 who got expelled were black, and the only one who didn't get expelled was white. To be extremely clear here, when more than 10,000 students went to their local state house demanding change, their leaders ejected 2 black men who represented their ideals from the state house on the grounds of being rowdy. There is no ground to defend this action. This is fascistic through and through. If being loud about your dissenting opinion is enough to have you ejected from your elected position, then what the fuck are we doing here? These politicians have made it clear that they prefer it when black people shut up and children don't complain so loud as they're bleeding out. And a quick reminder to take a second and breathe, because these assholes are not worth your elevated blood pressure. Let these actions galvanize your convictions, but don't give these assholes the pleasure of reducing your physical and mental well-being. Rapid fire. Protesters in France stormed BlackRock's headquarters, and it is beautiful. Some people tunneled into an Apple store through their bathroom wall and stole $500,000 worth of equipment. A California police union director was caught importing fentanyl because what else would a gang leader do? Someone who was drunk at a a party at a museum stole the thumb off of a terracotta warrior statue. A Spanish TV star has claimed that her new surrogate baby was conceived using her late son's frozen sperm. There is a new major update for No Man's Sky, and it looks actually pretty dope, and there's more jetpacks. And finally for today, the Mario movie is out, and it's actually getting a pretty good reception from fans, so, you know, yahoo! Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Stuff Keeps Happening. Head to stuffkeepshappening.online for sources, bonus content, and, I mean, hopefully good news soon. My name is Endeavorance. I'll be back on Monday. Take care and be well.